Very good morning to all children. How are you all? Today's class we will discuss about chapter 12 in physics. What is the name of the chapter? Electricity and circuits. What is the name of the chapter? It is electricity and circuits. In this lesson we will discuss about what is electric cell. Okay. The symbol of electric cell is like this. It have two terminals. One is positive and the another one is negative. The longer line indicates positive terminal and the shorter line indicates negative terminal. And the second one, electric bulb. The symbol of electric bulb is this one. Okay. And electric circuit. It is nothing but it is a closed path in which the electric components like bulb, switch and cells are interconnected, and in this through which a current will flows. So this is an electric circuit. And electric switch. It is also an electric compound. A switch is used to close or open the circuit. If the switch is open, there will be no flow of current. Okay. If the switch is closed, there will be a flow of current. And finally, we will discuss about conductors and insulators. Okay. Come children, let us see the topics one by one. First we will have an introduction part of this lesson. See, we are familiar with electrical appliances like television, fan, washing machine, etc. Isn't it? So these are all the electrical appliances. See, all these run through electricity supplied to our homes from power stations. So all the electrical appliances need electricity, isn't it? Where we can get electricity? We can get electricity from power stations. See, electricity is one of the most useful forms of energy which makes our life comfortable, isn't it? So, electricity is a form of energy. See, like without electricity, there is no electricity. Now, how we can feel? We can feel more uncomfortable, isn't it? But like with the electricity, now we can feel very happy and our life will be more interesting. See, it is also used for lighting purpose in our homes, roads, offices, markets, factories and any other places, mainly after sunset. So, for our day-to-day life, we need electricity. See, electricity is provided to the bulb in a torch by electric cell. Look at the picture. What it is? It is an electric cell. So it is electricity is provided to the bulb in a torch by electric cell. Did you see torch lights? In torch lights we are using this electric cell, isn't it? So in this electric cell only provide electricity. An electric cell produces electricity from the chemicals stored inside it. So there are some chemicals. So in the electric cell the chemical energy is converted into electrical energy. The next one. See, look at the circuit. It is an electrical circuit. It consists of a switch, a bulb, a battery. So flow of current in a bulb. The complete power between two terminals of the cell is provided by the electric circuit. We already know that a battery has two terminals. One is positive and the other one is negative. See, it is a torch. It is an appliance run through cells. That is dry cell. And it is an appliance. It runs through high electric current. That is washing machine. Okay. So in this lesson we will discuss about electricity and circuits. Look at the picture. It is a dry cell, isn't it? And it is a bulb. If it is, we already know that the dry cell have two terminals. One is positive and the other one is negative. If these two are not connected to the bulb now, it will not glow. When the bulb will glow, when these two terminals are connected to the bulb. Okay. So what is our first topic? Electric cell. So what is called electric cell? See, this is an electric cell. It consists of two terminals. One is negative and the another one is positive. The longer line indicates positive terminal and the shorter one indicates the negative terminal. Do you know why an electric cell has a small cap on its top and a metal disc on its bottom? Did you see the electric cell? It have, see, this is electric cell. This is positive terminal and then this is negative terminal. See, a cell has a small metal cap on one side and a metal disc on the other side. See, look at here. It have one metal cap and metal disc on another side. So it is a positive terminal and the other one is negative terminal. Metal cap is positive terminal and metal disc is the negative terminal of the electric cell. See, electric cell come in many shapes and size and every cell has how many terminals? Two terminals. It produces electricity from the chemical stored in it. That's why it converts the chemical energy into electrical energy. The cell stops producing the electricity once these chemicals are used up. In order to get a continuous flow of electricity, the used up cells has to be replaced with a new cell. Okay. And the next one, electric bulb. So first component we discussed is electric cell. It mainly consists of two terminals. One is positive and the another one is negative. It is an electrical component. And next we will discuss about electric bulb. See, look at the picture. It is an electric bulb, isn't it? So this is called as filament. And this one is lead wires. And this is metal case and this is metal base. So these are all the parts of an electric bulb. See, the bulb having broken filament is called a fused bulb. We already know that what is this? It is a filament. If this filament is broken now, the bulb will not glow, isn't it? So it is called as a fused electric bulb. See, a fused bulb cannot glow. When such bulb is connected in the circuit, it breaks the path of the currents. That's why the bulb will not glow. See, look at the picture. Here a bulb is connected to an electric cell. So this is positive or negative terminal. This is positive and this is negative. When these two terminals are connected to bulb, the path is completed. Once the path is completed, the current will flow through the circuit. So a bulb connected to an electric cell. That's why look at the picture. The bulb glow because the path is completed. The next one. See the different arrangement of electric cell and bulb. See, this is positive and this is negative. In this, a bulb glows when the two terminals of the cell form a complete loop. So, a positive is connected to a bulb and the negative terminal also connected to a bulb. So, it makes a closed path. So, the bulb glows. Okay. See the second one, B. Here, what will happen? Only the positive terminal is connected to the bulb. So the path is completed or not? Here the path is not completed. That's why the bulb will not glow. So a bulb does not glow because two terminals of the cell does not form a complete loop. Why? Because this circuit doesn't form a complete loop. That's why the bulb will not glow in this arrangement. And the next one, see, here the positive terminal is connected to the bulb and the negative terminal is also connected to the bulb. So it makes a complete path. So there will be a flow of current. That's why the bulb will glow. See, the path is completed, so bulb glows. Okay. Here, look at the picture. It is a dry cell. It is a bulb. Here, only the negative terminal is connected to the bulb, and the positive terminal is not connected to the bulb. So it makes a path incomplete, isn't it? So the bulb will not glow. So the path is not completed. So the bulb does not glow in this arrangement. Okay. And the next topic is electric circuits. So as we know that what is called electric circuits. It is a closed path. In this the electric components like switch, bulb and dry cells are connected. It will make a flow of current. Okay. See, look at the picture. It is an electrical circuit. See, an electric circuit is a closed path formed by the interconnection of electronic components. See, the dry cell, switch, bulb are called electronic components along which an electric current can flow. See, look at the picture. This arrow indicates the flow of current. Okay, so this is known as electric circuit. See, look at the picture. This is battery and this is switch and this is a bulb. When the terminals of the bulb are connected with the electric cell through wires, then current passes through the filament of the bulb and thus it glows. Look at the picture. Here the terminals of the cell is connected to a bulb with the help of switch. So when the switch is on, it will make a closed path. So the current will flow through the circuit. How we can detect? If the current flows through the circuit now, the bulb will glows. Okay. The next one. See, look at the picture. This is a electric cell and this is a bulb. Okay. Here it is connected with this device. Explain why the bulb would not glow in the given arrangement. Because in the given arrangement, the screwdriver is connected between the cell and the bulb. Look at the picture. It is a screwdriver. When the screwdriver is connected in between bulb and the electric cell, the current will not flow. Why? Because see, the screwdriver is made up of plastic. As we know that the plastic is a poor conductor of electricity. It is an insulator. So it does not allow the current to pass through it. See, in the given arrangement, the screwdriver is connected between the cell and the bulb. Some portion of the screwdriver is conductor and the other is made up of insulator. Look at the picture. It is a conductor but it is insulator through which current cannot pass and the bulb does not glow. Why? Because the insulators does not allow the current to pass through them. That's why it doesn't make a complete circuit. Because of this reason only the bulb will not glow. Okay. The next one, electric switch. Before going to see electric switch, let us do an activity related to electric circuit. See, you have to make your own electric circuit. To do this activity, you need a battery, a switch and a bulb. Okay. When the positive and negative terminals of the battery is connected to bulb and with the help of switch. When the switch is on, what will happen? The bulb glows. Why? Because it makes the complete path. Okay, when the switch is on, it makes a closed path. So the bulb will glow. When I off the switch, what will happen? The bulb will not glow. So it is a simple electric circuit. So to do this activity, you need a battery or a cell and a switch and a light. So this is an example of electric circuit. Will you do in your home, children? Yes. So this is an example of electric circuit. And the next topic is electric switch. Look this electric circuit. Which one is act as a switch? See, this one is act as a switch. Okay. When you switch it on, it can make the path complete. Okay. When I off, it can open the circuit, so the current will not flow in the circuit. Next we will discuss about switch. Come children, let us see the topics. The next topic is electric switch. See, it is a simple device that either breaks the circuit or completes it. Look at the picture. It is a switch. See, when the switch is on, it makes a closed path. As we know that when the switch is on, it makes a closed path, then the current will flow through the circuit. See the second one. This is open switch. What will happen? It will not allow the current to flow through it. Okay. So it is a simple device that either breaks the circuit or completes it. It controls the flow of electricity in the circuit. Did you see? You saw in the electric circuit, no, what will happen when the switch is on, the bulb glows. Okay, so it makes a complete circuit. When the switch is on, it makes the circuit open, so there will be no flow of current. So what is the role of switch? It can controls the flow of electricity in the circuit. Okay, and the next one. When we off the switch, the bulb does not glow, and when we on it, then the bulb glows. See, switches comes in all shapes and sizes. We use mostly two types of switches. One is push switch and the another one is toggle switches. Look at the picture. It is a type of push switch and this is toggle switches. So nowadays we are using two types of switches. Okay children. And the next one. See, when it breaks the circuit, then it is an open circuit and current does not flow in the circuit. That is, when the switch is in off condition, the current will not flow in the circuit. When it completes, what is the meaning of this? When the switch is on, the circuit, then it is a closed circuit, then the current flows in the circuit. So this is the function of switch in the electric circuit. Okay. What is the main function of switch? Can controls the flow of electricity in the circuit. Okay. Next one. Electric torch. See, what is mean electric torch? What is the construction of electric torch? Look at the picture. It is an electric torch. What electronic component it uses? It uses an electric cells, isn't it? See, here there are two electric cells. See, a plastic case to provide insulation. What is called insulator? It is nothing but it does not allow the current to flow through it. So, a plastic case to provide insulation. It is made up of plastic. Two cells where the positive terminal of one is connected to the negative terminal of other. Look at the picture. A battery consists of two cells. One is here, the positive terminal is connected to negative terminal. Okay. A slider to switch the torch on or off. Here, this is a slide switch. So, what is the use of switch? It is used to switch on or off the battery. Mainly, what is the use of switch? It can control the flow of electricity. So, this is the construction of an electric torch. Okay. The next one. See, a metal spring to make contact to complete the electric circuit. A reflector so that the light from the torch covers a greater distance. See, this is the reflector. And a torch bulb to produce light. So, here a bulb is used to produce light. So, this is the construction of a torch. The next one, what are all the parts of electric torch? See, what are all the parts of electric torch? Reflector, bulb, cells, metal spring, slide switch, metal switch, plastic casing. So these are all the parts of electric torch. So when the switch is in on, from this dry cell, the current will flow through the bulb. Then what will happen? The bulb will glows. Okay. So here what is the use of electric cell? Which energy is converted into which energy? The electric cell converts the chemical energy into electrical energy. Okay. So these are all the parts of electric torch. And the next one is, and the next topic is conductors and insulators. So what is the topic? It is conductors and insulators. See, look at the here children, what is this? It is a wire. Okay. See, this wire is mainly made up of copper and a plastic is wounded around the copper. Why it is made like this? Because a copper is a good conductor of electricity. Because of this reason only an electric wire is made up of copper and it is wound by a plastic. Why? What is the reason? Because a plastic is a bad conductor of electricity. It is an insulator. Okay. So what is called conductors and what is called insulators? See, keep this example in your mind. A conductor is nothing but it allows the current to pass through them. For example, copper, aluminium, etc. These are all the examples of conductors. And what is called insulators? Insulators are nothing but it does not allow the current to pass through them. For example, plastic. Okay. So because of this reason only this wire, this copper is wound by a plastic. Okay. Come children, let us see one video about this insulators and conductors. See the video carefully children.
We use a variety of electrical appliances at home. These need maintenance and repairing at regular intervals of time. While watching the process of repairing, you must have noticed the electrical wires are made up of metals like copper and aluminium, and these are covered with a thin coating of rubber or plastic. Can you guess why? It is so because metals allow electricity to pass through them, while rubber and plastic do not. This is the reason that rubber and plastic covering prevents electrical shocks. Materials which allow electric current to pass through them are called conductors of electricity. Copper, aluminium, iron, silver and gold are examples of conductors of electricity. Materials which do not allow electric current to pass through them are known as insulators. Rubber, plastic, glass, ebonite and porcelain are examples of insulators. But how do we tell which objects are conductors of electricity and which are insulators? Let us conduct an experiment to find it out. We will use this setup to test the conductivity of the different objects. We will touch 3 ends of this conducting wire with the object. If the object conducts electricity, then the bulb will glow, otherwise it will not. Let's test the conductivity of plastic bottle, eraser, aluminium foil, paper and copper bowl. Let's bring the free ends of the conducting wires in contact with plastic bottle. Did the bulb glow? No. This shows that plastic does not conduct electricity. Therefore, it is an insulator. Let's bring free ends of the wires in contact with this eraser. We can see that bulb did not glow. Therefore, eraser is also an insulator. the free ends of the wire in contact with copper pole. Did bulb glow? We can see that the bulb is glowing. This shows that copper is a good conductor of electricity. We must remember that human body is a good conductor of electricity. Therefore, caution is very important while handling an electrical appliance. Both conductors and insulators are very important to us. Electrical appliances are made up of conductors, while insulators are used for covering them in order to prevent electrical shocks.
So from this video it is clear that a conductor, it can allow the current to pass through them. What are the examples of conductor? Copper and aluminium. And insulator, it does not allow the current to pass through them. The examples are rubber and plastic. So in this class we discussed about electric cell, electric bulb, electric circuit, electric switch, and finally we discussed these conductors and insulators. Thank you children. We will meet in the next class.